Rob, London Wasps in the Premiership this weekend, and you go into it on the back of a great win from Leicester last weekend. Yeah,
we're looking forward to it. You know, we've challenged the players in a different way in the last few weeks about being ambitious and seeing what they can achieve. And this is another real challenge of that, really. We've already said to the guys, you know, in the big scheme of things, you don't have to win. You know, and that may sound a bit strange, but what I'm talking about is, you know, for a team the second year in the Premiership, we're doing pretty well. We're pretty solidly in that mid-table area. We're doing okay. So the pressure, you know, to win games is not huge. It's not about us fighting to stay in the Premiership after working so hard to get here. Now it's a little bit about what can we achieve. That makes it a different challenge, but it's the kind of challenge that we've worked very hard to approach. You know, to be talked about, you know, 1 point behind Leicester at this stage of the season. We're in 5th place, you know, fighting it out to just see what we can get out of the Premiership. You know, it's a different challenge for the players, and it's one I hope they really enjoy challenging themselves with. You know, they seem to have so far. You know, they're desperate to get better, and they're desperate to try and achieve bigger things, and this is just another fantastic challenge for us.
You went to Wasps only a few weeks ago. You expect a different challenge this weekend, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, I mean, the truth is now we're going against a Premiership side that to some degree are kind of fighting for their lives, really, and we know very much what that's like. You know, we've started 2 seasons in the Premiership absolutely desperate to prove a point that we should be in the Premiership, and we know that can bring a lot out of you as a team. So, you know, we know it's going to be tough. It's a hard place to go and play traditionally for most teams. You know, everyone's aware that they're not having the best of seasons, but you know, you go through that team man for man, and there's some very good players there, and they're probably just fighting and waiting for it to click a little bit. And you know, if we give them a bit of a sniff, we don't want to be the team that lets them click. So you know, we've got to keep them under pressure, both on the pitch and on the scoreboard, and I think if we do that, we give ourselves every chance.
You've talked about this month being a crucial month for the club. You've started it really well with that win against the Tigers. Are you seeing a confidence within the boys now that they're getting better as the season progresses? Yeah, there's a confidence, and like I say, there's an enjoyment about what they're doing. That's very important to us. But you know, complacency is something that comes around in sport very often. And I think it's the thing we've got to really fight against. You know, we've talked to the players. As I said, you know, if you want to be complacent and you want to go up there and not quite perform very well, you know, at the end of the day, you know, what does it matter? But the truth is, if you're an ambitious player and you want to be part of an ambitious team and part of an ambitious club, you go and you meet challenges head on, and you play to your best, and you're desperate to play to your best because of the things you can achieve. And like I say, that's the challenge we're laying down to the players, and now it's up to them to go and face that challenge. And you know, if they are desperate players and they do want to get better and they do want to win things, you know, you go to Wasps and you perform. Lots of positives out of last weekend, but the last 5 minutes brought 2 negatives with the loss of Brett Sturgis and Ben Moon. It'll mean you'll have to tinker with your front row slightly this weekend. Yeah. We've been fortunate in a way that Hawani's had plenty of game time at Loosehead recently and done very, very well for us. You know, we've got Craig Mitchell back for a full week's training with the international break, so he's available Saturday. So we've still got some very strong options, and you know, I'm not expecting to make any excuses regarding our front row selection. I think we look pretty strong. We've come through the last few weeks relatively injury-free. You know, Luke Arscott not being available has been a little bit of an issue for us. But then Phil Dolman's come in and played really, really well, and that's kind of what we've managed to do this year. The guys who've stepped up have done very, very well for us, and that, you know, makes us look strong as a squad. You talk about Hawani. The good news as well this week is Hawani and Jason Schumacher both signed in 2-year deals. Great to have those 2 experienced guys on board. Yeah, they've been 2 very key players for us over the last, well, with Hawani for a little while now, obviously coming up through the Championship and being part of that Championship winning side. You know, and Jason was a guy we kind of targeted very early on when we knew we were going to get in the Premiership, and you know, we worked very hard to secure him. He's come in, he's done a fantastic job for us, exactly what we wanted him to do. You know, and you know, we were always going to look to keep him. You know, that's the kind of player he is. You know, great part of the squad. You know, I was saying he's fitted in exceptionally quickly and done a great job for us. Hawani, you know, he's been a key member for us for quite a while now. You know, I think he's really developing as a leader within the squad. And again, you know, it's always a bit of a no-brainer for us to try and keep him. I'm really pleased that we've kept hold of both of them, and you know, hopefully that shows our ambition as a club that a couple of players like that want to stay. I was going to say, sometimes retention of players is just as good as signing a new player, isn't it? Yeah, well, we're not going to have big turnovers of players at Exeter. You know, I don't believe in that. I think, you know, if we have to have a big turnover of players, then I've done my job incorrectly. I think we build a culture here, and you build a good squad over a number of years, and if you change a few players year on year for various reasons, that's all you really want to be doing. You know, you want to be looking to just be stronger year on year if you can, but fundamentally you want to maintain all the good things that you've got, and that's, as you say, recruitment is a major part of that.
Thank you, Rob.